Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Villalobos, and I am the Institute for Civic Engagement and Democracy Director here at Miami-Dade College's North Campus. This video is intended to be a resource for Miami-Dade College faculty to learn how to utilize different features of the Changemaker Hub. Today, we will go over how to download service learning reports for all of your classes. This is important because downloading service learning reports allow you to track your students' service learning progress. It also shows you important data about your students' service, such as the number of hours your students served, the location of the service sites, and the different causes your students addressed through their service. This is also a quick and easy way for you to verify that your students completed their service learning hours and will allow you to provide students with a grade for their assignments at the end of the semester. Before we jump in, let's cover some terminology. In the Changemaker Hub, an impact is used as an umbrella term to describe all potential forms of community engagement. And impacts can be described as funds donated, funds raised, goods donated, hours trained, voting, training, research, and most often, volunteer hours served. For the purpose of this video, when we talk about impacts, we refer to volunteer hours and academic service learning hours. Now we're going to show you how you can access your classes through the Changemaker Hub. There are different ways for you to view your classes. The first way is to go to the Manage tab on the top right-hand corner of the screen and scroll down towards the bottom to see all the classes that you're teaching this semester. Another way you can go to your classes is by going to your profile and clicking on the arrow and going to your Profile tab. Once you're in your profile, you're going to be able to see the different classes that you're teaching. And once you click on a class, it will take you to the class page. From the class page, you're going to be able to see a Manage button. When you click on the Manage button, it's going to give you different options. By clicking on the dashboard, you're going to be able to see more information about this class, such as the semester, the class type, and more useful information that you can learn more about in other videos. On the dashboard page, you're going to see that you have a lot of different options on the left-hand side. To download your impacts report, otherwise known as the service learning reports, you're going to click on the tab that says Impacts, and then you're going to click on Manage Impacts. This will take you to a new page where you're going to be able to see all of your students' impact information. You're going to be able to see the student's name, their reflection, where they did their service, as well as how many hours they served. You can also configure the layout of this data by clicking on Configure Layout. You can choose the different data points that you want to see on both your dashboard and on your report. To download this data as an Excel sheet, you can click on the Actions tab and then click Export. We suggest that you choose the Visible Columns option so that you receive a simplified version of this report. Then you simply click Export, and this will generate an automatic report of all of your students' data and hours that they served. You can then download this report into your desktop for future review. Now that you understand the basics of how to export your impacts, or otherwise known as how to export your service learning reports, we want to show you some pro tips and other features you can view using the Changemaker Hub. The first feature is the heat map feature. Here, you're going to be able to see what locations your students are doing their service. You can view places around Miami-Dade, around Broward County, South Florida, and even see if any of your students are doing service throughout the United States or other places around the world. For this class, we can see that most students did their service around Hialeah and Key Biscayne. Another great feature and pro tip is a cost distribution feature. Here, you can see the different causes that your students address through their service. For example, some students did service dealing with animals, other students dealing with the environment. This is a great visual for you to see the different causes that your students addressed. Finally, another great feature is the word cloud. This feature gets data from your students' reflections and puts them into a word cloud. This shows you the words that your students used the most when they were writing down their reflections. These are all great features that you can use to really visualize and see the impact that your students are having through their service. You can even share these with your students at the end of the semester so they can also realize and see how much of an impact they've done through academic service learning. If you have any questions about the information presented in this video or about the Changemaker Hub in general, please reach out to your campus's ISET office. You can find our contact information by visiting mdc.edu/ISET and clicking on the Contact Us tab.